Good evening and welcome. First on the news today. Students in technology are an essential part of education, but how effective is the technology at contributing to learning? Ashley Thomas has a look at two websites which may help in student learning.
Quickie is a collaborative information wiki whose aim is to improve the way people receive information. All information on the Quickie site is presented in a format that is quintessentially human via storytelling. The goal of Quickie is to advance information technology to the point it acts human-like. The Quickie website changes the relationships in the classroom by enhancing the opportunity for small group work and by allowing students to take greater responsibility in their own learning. The site is simple to join as well as being safe, as each student has their own personal login and secure password. Quickie is appropriate for primary age students, as all information collaborated and incorporated on the site is approved by the site's team before inclusion. Therefore, students can be allowed to work individually most freely, allowing the teacher to step back and be a guide and editor of information, more so than a direct contributor. Academic Skill Builders is another website that we looked at for this report. We spoke directly to a teacher, Mr. Bowling, who uses this in his classroom.
The site is an arcade-style website with various educational games which range from mathematics to geography and even language skills. The majority of the games are mathematics-based. The site offers students the chance to compete against each other locally and internationally. Times are recorded throughout the day and students can try to beat these times. Additionally, the website requires no need to sign up, which means less time spent on password issues, and the fact that there is no way to communicate with others via chatting or typing means the website is perfectly safe. The makers of the site have compiled a video with information about it for teachers, which can be located on the website. The video mentions the website is a motivating tool in comparison to other traditional tools like flashcards. It also states that it has reports of improved ability in classrooms due to students using this site. For more information, we are joined by Ashley. Now Ash, McDougall and Squire state that educational software is very often used by students and teachers in ways unforeseen by the designer. Indeed, this subversive use has led to some of the most exciting and innovative uses of educational software. Can you elaborate on that more?
McDougall and Squire's aim is to shift the focus in software selection away from the attributes of the software itself towards a more comprehensive and balanced emphasis on the use of software to enhance both teaching and learning. They believe that there are three major actors needed to interact to achieve a successful learning experience where information technology is being used to teach. These are the teacher, student, and the designer. It is necessary for the teacher-student interaction to be both physical and social, whereas the designer interaction with the other parties is indirect. They therefore must think of the student and teacher in the typical way. McDougall and Squires have noted that the use of educational software is essentially concerned with three main issues: how students' learning can be improved by using software, how teachers use software to extend and improve their own teaching, and how teachers and students interact in the classroom in which software is being used. The designer of Quickie has obviously taken into account how a student will use the software, and the site supports their own learning as it can be done so with ease, effectiveness and efficiency, satisfying the designer-student relationship by McDougall and Squires' expectations.
We'll now speak directly to Mr. Bowling about his experiences with the academic website. Mr. Bowling, how does Academic Skill Builders contribute towards McDougall and Squires' ideas of meaningful learning? The teacher can meet McDougall and Squires' meaningful learning standards by shifting focus in their software selection away from the attributes of the software itself to how it can enhance teaching and learning. In this case, rote skills. Jonathan 2008 mentions that tasks that require intentional, active, constructive, cooperative and authentic learning processes will result in more meaningful learning. Taking this into consideration, how do these websites incorporate these aspects to prove they contribute to meaningful learning?
Quickie in relation to Jonathan satisfies the constructive and collaborative aspects of his idea for meaningful learning. It allows students to collaborate their ideas onto the wiki and contribute to building the website. It also provokes students to reflect and review on the information they construct as they look at the structure, meaning and how they have worded their own contribution.
The website meets the cooperative aspect. It is very collaborative. The students can work together in pairs on a computer. Additionally, the students can play games as a class with the interactive whiteboard. I, as a teacher, can also involve myself to add more motivation to the students' learning. It also has a constructive aspect. The website allows for reflection as students are given a list of their incorrect answers after the game is complete, which I always encourage them to review. This increases rote learning skills, a fundamental skill in mathematics. It also has the intentional aspect. The website is very much goal-directed. The games give students an objective to beat or to get to in order to win the game, giving them something to work towards. Ash, if you were to compare the two websites, what are the main differences you've found?
Well, Glenn, I found that Academic is targeted at a younger age level, whereas Quickie is more targeted at the Stage 3 age group. They have a more complicated layout and the language used is slightly more complicated. In Academic, you learn by being active and playing games by yourself or with your classmates, whereas on Quickie, you learn through contributing to the wiki and reading the information as well as watching the videos on your chosen topic.
Thank you both for speaking with us today.
It's always a pleasure, Glenn.
Not a problem. Coming up next, pink handrails and lime green carpets. It can only be the abomination of Ku-ring-gai campus.